Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to a video on the Infinite Gauntlets. So I normally don't do videos on this. When it comes to the Infinite Gauntlet, I normally just play through it as fast as possible using a single team, and I'll normally get around node 47 through 50, which is pretty good. That's 210 to 300 Stardust, which is amazing. The Infinite Gauntlet is by far the best platform to grind Stardust, and I mean, literally, if you get 200 Stardust a day, you can take any monster to rank 1, and then spend 2 more days, get 500 Stardust, you can take a monster to rank 2. So it's easy enough nowadays to get all of your Cosmics to rank 2, get those amazing book rewards. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be using different teams essentially in the Infinite Gauntlets. Now, the thing you should know is that obviously you're not going to have the exact same monsters that I have. They're not going to be at the same rank. They're not going to be at the same rune levels and relic levels, but the strategy is there. So hopefully these videos help you figure out some sort of strategy. I will say that if you have these monsters, by far the best Infinite Gauntlet monster has to be Tabora. Tabora, because of her trade disabling capabilities, opens up the doorways to so much. So trade disable is absolutely needed. The second best monster I would say is Linworm, and after Linworm, or combined with Linworm, would be Lupin, it would also be Master Masher. It would essentially be anyone that can churn transfer. And it's really just for that churn transfer mechanic, because there's a lot of phenomenal monsters that you can utilize, right? You can utilize Henrich for CDA, backwards Tabora for CDA, you can do Kodama for the CDA and the relics and everything. So it really comes down to stamina draining in the Infinite Gauntlet more than anything. So there's a ton of monsters, but the reason I'm putting Linworm on top and Lupin and Master Masher is because they can churn transfer. So especially if you don't just devote your life to Infinite Gauntlet and you also care about Team Wars and PvP and the other aspects of the game, you probably didn't invest in a single Infinite Gauntlet monster. You could, since it's a great return, but like me, I care more about ranking up the Linworm and the Taboras and other monsters for war because I'm in the competitive wars and I just love the war aspect of the game. So I don't tell players to invest in a single monster for Infinite Gauntlet. Instead, I say just invest in the overall meta monster and then they will help you out in all aspects of the game. That's why my Tabora is fully ranked out. That's my, or not fully, 148 right now. That's why my Linworm is also at 148, and that's why my Vampirasaur is at 148. They help in all aspects of the game, and they also help in the Infinite Gauntlet. With that being said, let's talk about the team we're going to be talking about first in this Infinite Gauntlet playthrough, and it is my favorite team to use. It's pretty much the one I've been maining all the time. So with these videos, I'm going to be thinking of different strategies, although they all revolve around the same thing. Once again, all the game is essentially preventing the enemy from attacking you and surviving enough to do an attack. So that's where Bomb Beta comes in. Bomb Beta is my Megaton monster. On Bomb Beta, I will typically do 3 life or 2 life or 1 life, just depending on the situation. The interesting thing about Bomb Beta is, in terms of the skill set, I don't like to run Warming Lights for this specific Infinite Gauntlet, because if I get possessed and Bomb Beta does Warming Light, it'll cleanse the trade disable on the enemy and any dots they may have, so I don't like that. Instead, what I actually run is Celestial Destroyer, just because it is a spawnable attack, and there's plenty of times where I get hit with CDA. Now, it really depends on the opponent I'm facing. If there's no one that can do CDA, it's better for me to run Warming Light, because it can cleanse for my team, it can cleanse for myself, give life regen. But again, when I play the Infinite Gauntlet, I don't like to devote that much time to it. If I'm being honest, I don't like to do the whole meat shield stuff. I just go as far as possible with a single team, and that's it. But it all depends how much time you have and how much you're willing to invest in the Infinite Gauntlet to get a bigger return. For me, it's just like, I value my time a little more than I value playing for like an extra 30 Stardust or 60 Stardust. But again, to each their own. On my Linworm, this is what I run: Sequence Bender, Age Overseer, Era Traveler, Revert Events. Events is really good to help Bomb Beta use the skills after it gets CDA'd. And on my Tabora, what I run is a Rite of Passage skill. I don't run the Curse skill because my Linworm is going to be doing the Curse. The reason I run the Rite of Passage is because this AoE actually deals damage, whereas Amber Dust doesn't. So with the Rite of Passage, I can trigger not the Eeltron's Mask. I need to run the Jazzastar's Mask, because that will drain 180 points of stamina, and then I combine that with Curse to make it so the enemy cannot attack me. So this is typically the strategy I do. I need Tabora to go first, and then Linworm does the turning the enemies into a baby, and my Bomb Beta is there to absorb attacks. Now, in this specific in this specific Infinite Gauntlet, the monster in the middle tends to be the fastest. You'll notice when you play the Infinite Gauntlet, the middle monster is the fastest. Sometimes, though, you got to look at the monster on the top right. He sometimes will be faster, so he's 20,700. So in this case, he's actually faster than Ilian. And then we have Arumel, the monster on the bottom, tends to always be the attacker. So let's see, I'm 23k, I'm 20, oh, okay, I'm going to be fine with this team. So again, you're not always going to be faster than the enemy. That's not always going to be the case. In my case, I am, thankfully, so I get to go. And this is typically the strategy with this team. My favorite trick, they're all trade disabled. Age Overseer, they all turn into babies. If my Bomb Beta gets an attack in, I will either do the Sunburn on everyone, or if I perceive someone as a main threat, I will blinding punch them to reduce their accuracy. Here, I will do the Rite of Passage, and this will drain stamina from all the enemy monsters that are adults, so it didn't work on Arumel. And then here, I am basically gonna go ahead and do, let's see, what should I do? I'm gonna go ahead and do Revert Events on, let's see, I already did Quicksand, that's fine. I'll do Revert Events on Bombeta, and I'll hit the Daze and Sunburn on Arumel whenever I get a turn in. Next, I'll go in, oh, actually, you know what? It actually works that she was a baby. I can do Rite of Passage again, and it'll stamina drain again. I'll do Era Traveler on the attacker. If I can prevent the attacker from attacking me, that's the way to go. Here's a Blinding Punch, and now they pretty much die with dots. Oh, do you not have a dot? Here's a Rite of Passage, and there we go. I'll just recharge. Armel will die next turn with all the dots, and again, that is the strategy. Now I'll just recharge with all my monsters, get them to full stamina, and we're good. And that's basically the strategy. Alright, we're going to continue with this exact same team as I said. I got my 30 Stardust, and let us go. There's Gaidaigo. Gaidaigo can activate cooldowns, and again, typically, monster in the middle is the fastest, so the other two monsters are slow, and this strategy works out. Let's click fight. Oh, I gotta give more life to my Bombeta. Look how much damage I took right there. That is not good. We'll do my favorite trick. We'll do Age Overseer. Instead, so here I can Sunburn everyone, but I don't need to go ahead and Sunburn. Oh, wait, I got hit with CDA. So, when this is the case, I go after the attacker. I want to kill the attacker as fast as possible. The worst thing that can happen is you get ulted. If you get ulted with a Tiny or with a Gaidaigo, to be honest, they don't have that much power output. But a Nor, if a Nor ults, I could die. So be careful and try to take out the attacker as fast as possible. Here's the Rite of Passage, which drains 180 stamina, and then thanks to the curse, that'll drain the remaining stamina. I am going to go ahead and do Revert Events on my Bombeta. I want to recover 50% of my HP. Next, I'll Amber Dust, which reduces damage output. So if Nor was to attack me, guess what? I would be fine. Nor would not be able to kill me. And if I ever fear that Nor has a one-turn cooldown skill and will survive the dots, I'll just do a simple Era Traveler and prevent her from attacking. Now again, she can still ult, which is always the danger. Let me Shine of the Bulb to recover my HP. Let me just do a Rite of Passage to make sure Tiny dies. If I need to, I can turn transfer into someone. Here, let's turn transfer into Bombeta. Let's apply the Sunburn as well. Now I know they'll die with dots, so I can just recharge. And Tiny's dead, Nor's dead. So again, that's the whole strategy with this team. And having a meat shield in the sense of like a Megaton monster is super useful. And again, when you can, increase the life of your Megaton monster because you are going to be taking a ton of attacks. So I don't think I need to be crazy fast. Normally your monster can take the first hit. Cat UFO at 22k, that's fine. I don't need my monster to go first and trade disable if that's all it's going to do. So I can go second in the turn order and then 14k, alright. So I am good to go. Let's click fight and let's see. Beam Slap. By the way, the only reason my Linworm has to have a team speed and not off speed is because my monster has level 8 runes over here. So I think I will invest level 10 runes eventually. Alright, so I got hit with a Daze, a Drown, a Shock. Okay, so this is where Atrophy comes in. So first, same strategy. Favorite Trick, Age Overseer. They're all little babies. So what I can do here is, normally I would get stunned. If I was to get stunned, instead of going right ahead and doing Rite of Passage, I could just go ahead and do Atrophy to cleanse the stun. Again, assuming I was stunned, then I can go to a Sunburn. So now their accuracy is reduced and they have 2 dots. And then I can still Sequence Bender back into Tabora, and Tabora can still do Rite of Passage. And check this out. The stamina kicked in, and then the curse kicks in, and they drain the stamina. We'll look at Zavipit again. Minus 56 stamina to 0, so you have to recharge. Or sometimes it's not 0, but you get the point. And then I go in with the final dot, and now they have 3 main dots. And again, if I ever suspect someone of attacking me, I can just Era Traveler. Let's say Zavipit was, again, normally the attacker. I will do that to prevent Zavipit from attacking me. And then I just go in for whatever little extra damage I can do. Here we'll do a Blinding Punch, reducing accuracy. Anytime you can reduce accuracy, I think that's definitely a good thing because, again, you could get ulted, and the minute you get ulted, you essentially lose your Megaton monster. Now, of course, if you have plenty of other monsters to use, you can always just mix it up. But for the most part, you want to be careful. Like, Dr. Watts is someone I'm always careful with. He has 3 strength. I think he has a low cooldown or a 0 cooldown. I don't think he has 0 cooldown. He has a 1-turn cooldown. So instead of doing my usual strategy, I might go ahead and CDA him. So we'll see. Let's click fight. And we have Kid Cat. There's the stun. Alright. I will do my favorite trick. There we go. I will go ahead and still turn them all into babies. And this is where I get to decide. Do I want to do Atrophy? Or do I want to reduce damage output? Let me see. I do fear Dr. Watts. Like I said, I do fear... Well, let me look at the turn order. Tabora, Bombeta. Oh, actually, I think I'm fine. So I am going to do Atrophy. And I am going to go brightest villain. If I was more fearful, I would Megaton and increase my life. But I'm going to sunburn everyone. So there's a sunburn. And I'm going to go ahead and do Era Traveler on... No, wait. I messed this up, I think. No, I think we're good. Sequence Bender. Rite of Passage. Cat UFO is not going to be able to attack me. And Dr. Watts, I'll reduce damage output. Oh, wait. Let me see. I might have messed this up. So he's going to get stamina drained right now. Again, okay, that was a lot, and that was 56 stamina. No, he gets an attack, see? So I messed it up. I should have tried to catch me. Oh, luckily I survived, thanks to all those life runes. My Morg's armor will probably kill him. So yeah, you gotta be careful, especially when it comes to attacker. If they have a one-turn cooldown skill, you could end up dying, so you don't want that happening to you. I'm gonna go ahead and do... I don't think I did the sunburn, right? So I still have the Megaton. So I still have the healing, so just to be safe, let me do that. Rite of Passage, they'll die. Shine of the Bold, recover some HP. And we're good. Yeah, so, see, in the back of my head, after a while, you'll play the Infinite Gauntlet enough to where you know, oh, wait a minute, that attacker's going to attack me. Let me play it smart. I should have activated his cooldowns. I should have played it off. I should have... Who cares if I didn't summon them? I would have been fine. But again, you kind of learn as you play. 26k, that's fine. As long as I'm still... My turn order's still fine. Let's click Fight. Alright, Anonymous Gift. Do I have double Morg's armor? I don't think I'm running double Morg's. Oh, that was my issue. Run double Morg's armor on your Bombator for the Infinite Gauntlets. I can't believe I messed that up. Alright, there's the trait disable. By the way, King of Atlantis makes it so my monsters never have to worry about stamina. Here is an Age Overseer. Awesome. What do I have? Total damage reduction and nightmares. Here I can go ahead and atrophy again, get rid of that. I can sunburn, I can heal. Let's go for the sunburn. Boom, sunburn everyone. Let's sequence bender onto Tabora. Tabora does Rite of Passage, drains stamina, curse drains the remaining stamina. They have to recharge, has to recharge, Arumel has to recharge. See, it all goes according to plan. Amber Dust, Svart will die with dots, and then Arumel and Morgs, I imagine, will die with dots as well. But just to be safe, again, what if I'm not sure? What if Arumel can attack me? Let me activate cooldowns on Arumel, because I'm not sure. Let me Rite of Passage, and dead. Awesome. There we go. I didn't get a chance to recover HP on Bombeta. Now, here's a trick you may or may not know. It kind of ruins. In the past, I didn't like doing this because it kind of ruins the whole aspect of survival, right? When you think of Infinite Gauntlet, you're like, how far can I get while surviving without doing any cheap tricks? But one thing you can do, you can do this in the Nemesis dungeon as well. You can switch the life runes away on this monster because its base life is a lot lower than with the runes, right? Let me not even do that one. Let me just do regular runes. So when I do that, look, I'm back at full HP. So then, when you change the runes back to life, you go ahead and check this out. You're gonna actually have your full HP back, so it's free recovering. Again, it's kind of cheap to do. I've always been like, oh, I don't like to do that. It doesn't go align with survival. So it depends on you. If you want to do it to advance as far as you can, go for it. Honestly, in my personal opinion, maybe you guys will hate me for this. I think SocialPoint should find a way to fix that because it kind of ruins the whole aspect of surviving as far as possible with the monsters you're given, right? It's a lot cooler to be like, all right, let me try to stall a match so I can heal, but you know, to each their own. All right, we have a Zorky, Van Decken, and we have a Yor. Okay, so here's one where Van Decken does possession, and that's normally where Warming Light would ruin me, but I can always atrophy, and that's why I have the Celestial Destroyer skill instead of Warming Light, just so I wouldn't help the enemy. So let me look at speeds again. All right, I think we're good. All right, Van Decken is gonna go Kidnap Saints. All right, so I have possession, see? So same strategy, my favorite trick, get rid of everything. The reason you my favorite trick all the time is because with Hardened and Tough and all those traits, there's a chance they don't get denied. There's a chance they don't turn into a baby. There's a chance the dots don't land, and you really need the dots to land. Here I'll atrophy. Here I will go into the Sunburn and Taunt. Here I will Sequence Bender, and then I will Rite of Passage. And again, let me slow it down. Watch, Van Decken loses HP, loses stamina, has to recharge. Look at Zorky. Zorky will lose HP. And you can also see that next turn, when the curse is at its full potential, Zorky's going to die. And then I will add in the Amber Dust for extra damage output, and we'll see Yorai. Alright, Yorai lost 141. This is with curse, not even at its final level, so you know they're all going to die. I don't need to do anything. Van Decken's going to die right now. Watch. Look at all that damage output. So now my monsters are free to do nothing. Let me Revert Events. Actually, I don't even need to. I can recharge. But I never pay attention, so let's just assume I thought I got CDA. There's a Revert Events. If I was ever worried about damage output, I could, you know, hit them with a Rite of Passage, deal a little bit of extra damage, but I know they're going to lose so much HP. Shine of the Bold puts me back at 100, and there we go. See, I don't have to do my cheap little trick to win. If I was really scared of him maybe attacking me, I would activate cooldowns, but I know he's going to die. Look at that, 208 damage. And again, after a while, you start to know like how much damage you're going to take, what's going to happen, so you're good to go. And as I mentioned, normally this team gets me to 47 super easily without a care in the world. The only ever issue I run into is when there's a data list and I gotta kind of swap things around. But as long as this is fine, we are good. Honestly, as long as I'm faster than Cawthor and Cybro, I can change it up. If I want to put team lives, if I want to put more team speeds, I can do that. But I'm good with this build right now. Let's go ahead and click fight. Everything stays the same. Oh, I keep forgetting. I gotta put another Morg's armor on my monster. Yeah, the other relic isn't coming in handy. Like that could have dealt more damage. So my favorite trick, get rid of all your positive effects. King of Lances always does everything for me. So I don't run the Pump Seed Staff on this monster. I don't need to drain stamina because then Jostar's Mask wouldn't work. Because if I wanted to, I could do Pump Seed Staff and then I would drain stamina when I turn them into babies. But I don't need to do that. So I got hit with CDA. So Atrophy would be dumb. It literally wouldn't do anything. So we're going to go right into the Rite of Passage. Awesome. There we go. And like I said, I'm going to go after the attacker. So there's a Celestial Destroyer. And I can Sequence Bender into whoever I want to, or I can Revert Events. I'm going to Revert Events on Bombeta, so Bombeta can Sunburn them next turn or heal by 50%. I'll probably do the 50% heal. Oh, Amber Dust, so there are the 2 dots. You know what? I'm scared of Cybro. I think Cybro can attack me. Let me go ahead and Arrow Traveler. I actually don't know whether she could have or not, but now I know just to recharge unless she gets an ult. Alright, so there we go. And then, again, just Rite of Passage, doing a little extra damage. Here is the Shine of the Bulb, recovering my HP. And then as for my Linworm, look, even my Relic kicked in, they're at stamina. What should I do? Just for fun, let's turn transfer into you. You know what, let's even give you a Sunburn. Now I know you're dead for sure, Cawthor. Recharge with my monster. And Wormy Light would help, because it could life regen as well. But again, for the most part, I use a single team, I don't change anything up, and I just go play as far as possible. So we are approaching node number 48. Let's see this one play through. We have a Kralik. So anytime you see a Kralik, check it out because Kralik might be fast. So in this case, they're both 24k. Who's faster? I don't really know who goes first. Is it I think it's always the monster in the middle that goes first, or it might be 50-50. But okay, we see a Kralik and we see a Moonhaze, so they both get a turn in. I think the best strategy here is still, you know what I can do actually? If I had, let me switch this up. This is the first time I'm ever trying this, just to give a little more life to my Bombeta. Oh, let's remember to switch the relic. So this whole time, you should have double Morgs on your Bombeta. If you're using Bombeta, double Morgs is amazing. So, because you get even more armor at the start of the battle. Alright, so let's see. 19, 16, 11. Alright, so as long, yeah, so just adding that mutant speed increases life by 5% on my whole team. So I'm hoping that helps Bombeta stay alive. I'm pretty sure they're all attackers. Even though they're like level 220, sorry, they're all speed rune holders. They're probably not going to do a lot of damage. Any buffs they apply, I'm still going to get rid of it. I'm still going to turn them into babies. So let's play this out. Let's see what happens. So Moonhaze is going to go first. We'll times 2 it. Moonhaze goes first. Carlos said halt. Alright, I got stunned. Morg's armor kicks in. Morg's armor kicks in. And then excellent damage. Ooh, that is strong because that's a metal-based attack. So double Morg armor kicks in. And after this, I can do the exact same thing. My favorite trick. Trait disable everyone. Turn into a little itsy-bitsy baby. There we go. I did get stunned. So you know what? If this was all things being equal, I would have been able to do atrophy. If I didn't change the runes around, I didn't need that extra 5% boost. I should have kept the runes the same. I would have been able to do atrophy. I would have been able to heal. I would have been able to do sunburn. But it is what it is. We are going to do Rite of Passage. Alright, that is the stamina drain. And we are even going to do... Tabora goes next. You know what? Even though Tabora is going next in the turn order, maybe we can start applying the dot. Ooh, Kralik gets 2 turns in. Interesting. Let me see. Kralik getting 2 turns in. What does that do? That's scary. Should I Era Traveler a Kralik? Yeah. Oh, Moonhaze gets 2 turns in too. So this first turn they're going to have to recharge. I think I'm going to... I actually don't know what I want to do. Revert Events, Era Traveler. You know what? Let's, since they're going to... I'm going to Sequence Bender so I can Amber Dust already to start chomping away their life. So that was 127k. That was 150. Okay, now I know they'll die with dots because they have Curse and Quicksand. So that was fine. I will do a Rite of Passage for a little extra damage, but I know they'll both die. I should have atrophied. My bad. See? Misplays after misplays. Alright. We know you're going to die. I'm going to do Era Traveler just because, you know, sometimes you're unsure. We'll deal an extra damage. No, you're going to die. Alright. Time has ended. Revert Events. And then we'll use this opportunity to heal. So the one thing about healing is the only way, if you do that cheap little trick I showed you earlier, the only way you'll heal to full life is if you have more HP than your standard life, okay? So if you don't have full HP, then you actually won't heal all the way to 100. So that's why I needed to do that. So in this case, watch. Because I'm good, I can go ahead and swap the runes around really quickly. Am I full HP? Yes, I am. And then I can put back the life. Alright, so far I haven't needed to put team speed other than that first game. And I think I'm going to switch the relics around because I want my Tabora to be faster than Bombeta 2 times over so I can atrophy when needed. So again, the more you play, the more you kind of learn what works, what doesn't work, what you can do differently. Alright, we're good to go. Ooh, I got a life boost. Alright, 2018, we're good. 25, 11, 3rd. Okay, yeah, we're good. The only thing you should know is that if a monster has double your speed, they go twice before you go. So in this case, for example, Van Decken is going to go twice before Bombeta even goes once. If I want Bombeta to be faster, I could re-rune. I could put more team speed. I could keep the team speed over here, but I'll be fine. I think we will be good. Let's click fight. And then I am running the double Morg's armor, so look at my huge armor now. So that'll help me stay alive longer. Alright, I'm Possession and Nightmares. Morg's armor kicking in. We will do my favorite trick. We will turn you all into babies. Age Overseer. See Van Decken going twice before Bombeta gets 1 turn in. Alright, I love they all turn into adults. I'm going to Atrophy to get rid of that Possession. Atrophy, bye-bye Possession. And then I'm going to give them all the Sunburn. Or, yeah, I'm going to give them all the Sunburn. And then I will... Oh! Okay, I had to watch out. Raw is a monster I am supposed to activate cooldowns on. I forgot about that. Raw is a monster I'm supposed to activate cooldowns on because you can still attack me. So, I'm going to lose Bombeta in this game. I already know it. I already know it. I think she has her stamina skills, just so you know, Raw, her skills require so little stamina that she can actually attack you even after this combo of Curse and Jastar's Mask. So watch, I'm going to lose Bombeta. Watch, we're going to go Amber Dust. Van Decken's going to die. I should have probably healed with Bombeta. Watch. Stays alive, minus 56 stamina, and bam. Look at that. Unless she misses. Yeah, Feather Rain. So this is my mess up. And again, I knew that, but just kind of recording the video, I messed up. I messed up with it. So now that I lost Bombeta, in a normal situation, I would probably stop playing. Because it's like, I don't want to think. I don't want to deal with other stuff. Let's go ahead and do it on myself. Let's do this. Alright, Ra will die. So yeah, that was a little misplay on my part. I should have just done Era Traveler on Ra and I would have prevented that. But like I said, I normally get through 47 through 50 relatively easily using this team. Now... you get into a fast monster. Cat UFOs at 30k. My goodness, whatever do you do? This is where you would do Meat Shield. Honestly, if Bombeta was still alive, this would have been easy enough and I could have progressed through it. Gotta watch out for him. He is a little faster than we're used to, 21k. And he does have... It's him or Josh Dub that has this 1 turn cooldown skill that cleanses. I think it's Josh Dub actually. So if... Normally what you would do is you would put in a Meat Shield if you want to continue. So let me show you an example of that. And one really good Meat Shield is Henrich, because Henrich can hold so much, so much life. Well, I mean, any monster can hold life. He can hold double Oblation Trap, or if you have Nabulines Trap. So you put double Oblation on your Henrich, right? And again, this all depends on the runes you have. This all depends on you specifically. Everyone is different. Can a Cat UFO OTK me? Probably not with a level 26 Henrich. If you have a level 100 Henrich, then you run some monsters that have team life. So just work to what you have. You could even run a monster. I'll show you guys an example. Spitfire. If I want to, I can run Spitfire. And I can just have him hold the Revival Essence. Alright, he'll revive. And I can use this 2-man team. Because I don't think Henrich will die. So what will happen is, let's click fight. And I will show you. Here, let me exit out. Let me slow that down. Alright, okay, didn't need to do it. So, basically, you saw Cat UFO attacked me. I believe Henrich Oblation Trap triggered. Times 4 speed was too fast. Should have kept that lower. Oh, did it not trigger? After being damaged, Warrior's life is below 50. I don't think I dropped below 50. So now I know, don't do Henrich with all that life runes. So, again, as I've mentioned multiple times, I don't really play this too much to the point where I know all the tips and tricks and strategies myself, because normally I would stop. If I could be faster than Cat UFO, it would be a simple turn transferring. I know that's not the case. Oh, I don't know if Cat UFO is strong enough to kill me. I think it's like node 52 where Cat UFO can OTK. Another thing you can do, the triple revival team. I don't think I can pull it off. Yeah, so like I said, normally I would stop. But going back with, if you want a meat shield, let me see if I have a monster. I'm going to get stunned. I don't want to get stunned. You can do triple revival. I guess we can try Teddy VR. And then, let's see. Let's just give him a little more life so he can stay alive. Alright, so my whole point here is this relic is going to trigger and remove 300 points of stamina. Alright, after me damage, worst life is below 75. I'm assuming... Can you drop me below 75? Let's find out. We're going to find out. So let's see how strong or weak Cat UFO is. Maybe the Morgue Armor was overkill. Alright, yeah, that... I shouldn't have run the armor. So then my relic doesn't kick in. Wasper's Waste, so now he'll lose 300 stamina. Alright. Bream Slap, don't kill me. Alright, killed me. So obviously if your monster dies, your relic won't trigger. So the whole point here is find a way to drain Cat UFO's stamina. And again, the more you play, the more you actually know what to do, and you don't have to playtest like me. The first time you're playing the game, yes, you have to playtest and see what works, what doesn't work. But typically, you go to your 10-gear monsters and you see what you can do with them. And level 7 runes are normally the default runes I like to use because I think enough players can actually get level 7 runes. You could try to do a team of like monsters that are immune to control, like Vampirastro, for example. Oh, you know what? I could try this right now. Vampirastro running Oz Speed, so she can go second in the turn order. Then she can even Total Blind. Can you be Total Blinded? Nope, you're immune to blind, so that is gonna hurt me. Maybe if I had a maxed out Witch Cat's Banner, I could drain stamina with Witch Cat's Banner after I AoE Nightmares everyone. So again, there's different strategies just depending on what you actually have. So we will do you since you're immune to control. Who else do I have that's immune to control? Let me look through the monster real quick. Nope. Nope. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Oh no, Linworm's gonna get stunned. So I definitely need monsters immune to control. Maybe you. I mean, you guys get the point. Like I said, I normally don't play passes. I don't like to do the meat shield. I think it takes up way too much time. I think if you look at this video, most of the time was going through to node 49, and now at 50, I'm wasting so much time. So, if you want to continue, you trial different teams, and again, the more you play, the more you actually learn what to do versus what not to do. Like, I should have ruined Henrich to the point where the Oblation Trap worked, and then would have been such an easy sweep after this. But because the Henrich Oblation Trap did not activate, running 3 life was dumb. I should maybe run no life, and maybe Cat UFO can't OTK and will still drop me below 50, and the relics will kick in. Then I'll die. You know, I can exit out. They're left with 0 stamina. Then I go in with the team to actually sweep. So it all depends on the more you play, the more you actually learn. But yeah, this was my main team. As I said at the beginning, I normally get anywhere from 47 to 50 relatively easily. Normally it takes 10 minutes, not 30 minutes because there's commentary. And then that's essentially it. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed the team, and I will be trying out different teams, but you should know the main monster really is a Tabora to trade disable and kind of lead the charge. And after that, it just goes down to relics. So I'll show plays backwards Tabora, I'll show play Kodama, I'll do Black Feather, I'll kind of show you guys some different things, but just know they really will be involving a Tabora. Alright guys, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what team you like to use in the Infinite Gauntlet, and remember to subscribe.